All right, everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome back. Hopefully, you all are doing well today. So, for today, we are going to be doing a pick a pile. At least, that's the intention. No, I'm teasing. I'm totally teasing. No, today is going to be a pick a pile. So, by the cover of it, that is the cards that I'm going to be using. So, we've got quite a few cards that I'm going to be using today. So I do have runes on top of these cards, okay? And each rune will mean something. I'll explain all of that to you. We'll go through that. That may be a part of the reading. That may be just a little snippet that you need to know. We'll cover that. Then I'm going to use the Threads of Fate Shadow Edition. I'm going to use these beautiful cards. They are by Blair Porter and Britt June. Love these because the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed is still asleep. So the first set that I have here is the Golden Foil Tarot by Mr. Stuart R. Kaplin. We're going to use those today. That's pile 1. Pile 2 is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes. We're going to use those today. Then I have the ASL Tarot by Dylan P. I don't want to butcher his last name, but this will be pile 3. And then we have, of course, the Souls on Fire by Mary Jo Cranmore and Juliet Gilden. That will be pile 4. Then, at the very end, I plan on using this Rebel deck. I love this Rebel deck. It is hysterical by all means. It is done... Ooh, it is done by who? It does not tell me. It does. Oh, wait. Nope. I'm assuming it's done by Rebel Deck. It's done by Rebel Deck. Anyway, but I plan on using these to give you some sassy oracle. So this is what I'm going to be using today for the advice to kind of tie it all together. So take a moment. If you need to look at the picture, the little screenshot that I have for the title of this video, please by all means. But this is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to kind of sit with this energy, kind of figure out which one's talking to you. You may have more than one. In my experience with pick-a-piles, I'm just going to talk with you while you decide. In my experience with pick-a-piles, one calls to me more than the others, but I may, for instance, like pile 1 could be calling out to me really loud. But then pile 4 can have a little bit of a whisper. So I would, of course, pick pile 1 to watch. That would be my reading, but then I would also watch pile 4. Just to hear what it has to say. Maybe there may be a snippet in there for you. So, yeah. Take a moment, just breathe with the energy, breathe with the cards, and we'll see what happens today. I'm not trying to rush any of you, but I figured, yesterday I did the full moon in Capricorn energy. I also did a relationship reading. If you missed that, I do recommend hopping over there when this is finished and checking those out. It's very interesting energy, to say the least. So, but yeah, take a minute, take a breath, and we will soon get started. So, take a moment. All right, pile 1, it's your turn. Let's see what rune we have here. We've got Wunjo. I don't know if you can, I guess I can get that up there. We've got Wunjo. One of my favorite runes. I love Wunjo because Wunjo is joy, comfort, and pleasure. So this could be the focus of this reading, or this could be one of your main focuses throughout your life. But, life is too short to not have that joy, that fun, that wisdom. So maybe you're lacking it. And on the flip side of this, you may have an overabundance of that in your life, which, that's not necessarily a bad thing unless it's impacting your life in a negative way. So it's very interesting that we have Wunjo here. We'll see what else comes through with this. So for pile 1, what are your oracle cards? Give me this one. This one's talking to me. I can't get rid of this energy to save my life. This is Sagittarian energy. I also viewed as Scorpio energy, especially from today. Especially from today. The morning pole, the morning rune was fire. It was fire. I don't remember the rune off the top of my head, but regardless. So when that fire, that passion comes in and burns things, it's kind of clearing a path. What else do we have here today? Oh, this one's talking to me. Nope, come here, come here. The wildling. Okay. Death, the wildling, and give me one more, this one. This one's talking to me. Share wisdom. Very interesting. Very interesting energy. So I feel as though you are tapping into your own joy, your own energy here. Some of you could be experiencing some negative things throughout your life that is causing you to have to look more into that joy aspect of your life. The wildling, it makes me think of Vikings. It makes me think of Vikings, or the little kids who run through the woods and they're all covered in dirt from head to toe, and they just spend the day in the woods having a blast, being kids. And it's a wonderful energy, it's a wonderful experience. But even at a young age, kids can also share their wisdom. Because as we go through our lives, we kind of tap into the mundane. We kind of have that day-to-day energy to us where it's kind of hard for us to tap into that joy energy. It is. I know that there are plenty of times where I have to remind myself that I am human, and I'm allowed to have human experiences that also include joy, that also include happiness. So let's see where we're going with these. Like I said, this is for pile 1. This is the Golden Foil Tarot. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through with this. I'm being told to pull these a different way, so we will. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and Justice. Absolutely. Even right off the jump here, I feel as though you guys are stepping into a healing sort of energy. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, trying to balance things out. With the 7 of Swords, you may have been lying to yourself. It's also the card of sneaking away. It's got that energy of, sneaking more towards this balanced energy, sneaking more towards this truth. You may be lying to yourself, maybe telling yourself that you are in balance, when in reality you're not. And that's kind of a hard thing to look at. It really is. It's a hard thing to look at and really look at yourself and really just kind of sit with that not so fun energy and realize that you are out of balance. I know that I've done that quite a few times in my life, and I know to probably do it many, many more times throughout my life. But it does have that sense of moving into balance. Like I said, it's like stepping into that childlike energy. It's connecting with your roots. Connecting with the roots of how you grew up, of yourself. So we'll see what else the rest of this reading has to offer here. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. These are very shiny. And again, I can't get rid of this energy to save my life. I can't do it. Can't do it. We've got the Lovers here. That's union. 7 of Wands. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. Ace of Pentacles here. We've got the 10 of Cups. Yep. With the 3 of Swords. So like I said, as I have been saying, we go throughout our lives living with the expectation that, life is supposed to be boring, especially when we get older. And, okay, I can use this as an example, of course. So we all know that one friend who, as we get older, they get more childlike. Like they just have a ball with life, okay? And it's got that energy to it where, you know, as adults, we kind of look at that and we're like, wow, you should kind of really grow up. I don't think so. I really don't. Because that brings joy and abundance to their lives. Now, of course, this can always be taken in a negative aspect where people refuse to grow up and they're not handling their adult, what's that word? English is hard. They're not handling the adult obligations of their lives, and they're literally just kind of ruining their lives. This is not that energy. This is not that energy. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's had their nose to the grindstone for far too long. And now it's time to bring love into your life. It is time to bring love into your life. Queen of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. And I feel as though that energy is going to cause you again to transform. It's like tapping into that inner child energy. And when you do that, I feel as though it's going to bring a better sense of balance to you, because it's no longer just nose to the grindstone. It's really kind of breaking that shell, breaking that mundane. It's red or blue pill. Red or blue pill. And I do feel as though it is going to be bringing about a sense of balance for you. We'll definitely look into this lover's energy, see if there's anything more to that. But I do feel as though it's kind of been draining you. It has kind of been draining you. I mean, don't get me wrong. With the Seven of Wands, no, it's been draining you. Because with this Nine of Pentacles here, yeah, they've got all of this abundance down at their feet. All of that abundance. But notice how they're holding this bird here. They're looking right at that bird like, huh, this is beautiful. This is something that I enjoy. It's almost like that bird. The bird is almost like a sense of freedom. Now, don't get me wrong. The other hand is still on that pentacle. It's about that balance. It's about having that balance throughout your life. And I feel as though you need to put down better boundaries for yourself. It doesn't always have to be work, work, work. Great, now I have Mamma Mia going through my brain. You work all night, you work all day, you pay the bills you have to pay. Ain't it sad? I feel as though that you are doing your best. I'm not saying that, and I'm not trying to discredit the work that you're doing. But I do feel as though there needs to be more joy. There needs to be a balancing of that joy. I was telling you guys, was it earlier this week or late last week, how you have to embrace the good moments with the bad moments. And you can't just have one or the other. You have to have both, because without the bad, we don't notice the good. And without the good, the bad, you get where I'm going with this. You have to have a sense of balance with this. And I feel as though that is kind of what you're learning here. Because with this 9 to the Ace of Pentacles, that's the 10 of Pentacles. So something's come to completion. Something has come to completion with this 9 of Pentacles. And now it's time to start again. Whether you go that step forward and then have to change, or whether you embrace this change now, I'm getting the morning message back through my head. Or whether you embrace this change now and let that transform you to give you something more abundant. Ace of Pentacles. It's a new abundant beginning. And I feel as though with this 10 of Cups to the 3 of Swords, you have to accept the good with the bad. You have to accept the good with the bad. I will look at this 3 of Swords here, though. So before we move forward here, clarify the Lover's energy for me, please. Lovers. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Star card. Yeah. Ace of Swords. Exactly what I said. Knight of Swords. I feel as though that you were using past situations with the 6 of Cups. I feel like you're using these past situations, maybe past expectations. Maybe your family grew up in a way that, made you poor. Or maybe you felt poor growing up and you're like, well, I'll be damned if I live through that again. There's that lack energy to it. I'm here to tell you, because my spirit guides are definitely yelling at me, that the work is done. The work has been done. You got the 8, the 9, the 10 is gone a step too far. And I'm glad that the 10 is not here, even though in technicality, yes it is. I feel like the universe is trying to stop you from getting to that point so you can start again. But I feel as though with the 6 of Cups, there is something here, some expectation, some sort of condition. There you go. Condition from the past that's kind of been holding you kind of balls to the wall here while trying to move forward with your life. And it's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to transform, because you've got these messages coming in, these messages of truth. You literally have broken that cycle. If you needed to hear it, I want you to hear it from me that you've broken that cycle. Okay? And it's time for you to find some joy and fulfillment in your life. So, how do we do this 7 of Wands? Tell me about these boundaries that need to be put in place. Knight of Pentacles. It's been a lesson. It's been a slow-moving lesson. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Sun. It's been a slow-moving lesson. But I feel like the more that you step back, step back and look at this abundance, 7 of Pentacles, I feel like the more that you understand that you are not in that place anymore. And you need to embrace the place that you are in now. But you really need to look back at all that work that you've done. Is there any joy there? Is there any joy there? And this doesn't necessarily have to be about money. It can be about self-worth or self-esteem with this 9 of Pentacles. But where does this work stop? Don't get me wrong. Yes, it is a continuation of that work. But at the same time, it shouldn't be work, 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 work all the time. You need to have some sort of joy in your life. And I feel like if you continue down this path, that's where you end up with this 3 of Swords. Clarify the 3 of Swords for me, please. And if you can hear the background noise, don't mind that. Emperor. That is completely just work, 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 work. 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. You have to find that balance. You have to. There's no other way around it. Now we've got the King of Wands underneath. So there's that union. So you may take the long road around. Happens. But I feel as though that you will eventually get to this point where joy does need to come in. It's time for you to be an adult big kid. A big kid adult. Be a big kid adult and find some joy in your life. Connect back with nature. Walking through the woods is a wonderful way that I connect with nature and reconnect back in with myself. The Cutting Edge Jiu-Jitsu master here at Bone Chilling Beauty Studios, he and I go for a walk maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, because it helps me reconnect with myself. And it helps him ground his energy. It's a wonderful way. So maybe I would recommend starting there. Maybe take a stroll, get a drink. Get a drink that you enjoy and go for a stroll. Enjoy the nature and really reflect on all of this work that you are putting forward. Okay? All right. Zodiac signs that I see before we move forward here. We've got Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Sag, Gemini, Aries. I'll take fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag, and Leo. One more time, just to be sure I didn't miss anybody here. We have got Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Sag, Gemini, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, Leo, and Aries. So I could be talking to one of you. It could be part of your moon, rising, or Venus. But let's see what these wonderful, sassy cards for advice have. All right. This one says, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. Spend time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Translation for me, that means stop wasting your time on frivolous things and start spending time with yourself with someone who actually is worth it and deserves it. We got the lightning bolt. It says, figure shit out on your own. Like I just said. You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Literally. And then what's underneath here? You need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. You guys are overworking yourself, and it's not okay. It's not okay in any sense of the word. So it's time for you to take a moment and really connect with that inner child. Connect with your roots and see what joys you can bring into your life. Okay? Okay. Well, Pile 1, this is what I have for you. I really, really hope this helped. Thank you very much for joining me. And I'll talk to you guys again later. But now, we're moving on. All right, Pile 2. It's your turn. Let's see what rune we have here. Ooh. We've got Pruthro. Pruthro? Yeah, I want to say that's how you say that. Anyway, it's Die Cup, Mysteries, Secrets, Occult Abilities. It's giving me High Priestess vibes. And we'll see if I can sneak that in here. Maybe, maybe not. And maybe a tad bit too bright. Uh-oh. Maybe. Maybe it's too close. Maybe. Anyway. Anyway, that's the rune that you have. It is giving me the High Priestess vibes. Maybe you are connecting with your intuition. Secrets are coming to light. Maybe. This is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Occult abilities. Secrets. Mysteries. Are you dealing with the mystery? Nose itches. Are you dealing with the mystery? Well, we'll see what the oracle cards have for you. Give me this one. This one's talking to me. We've got movement. This one is talking to me. Get wild. Okay. Movement, get wild, and give me one more. This one's yelling at me. The Seeker. Okay. You may be dealing with some secrets here with the Seeker energy. But the movement and get wild. The get wild, I have a bonfire going through my head. I see people dancing around a bonfire, which is interesting. Which is very interesting. Your abilities may be coming through. You may be hearing some things. Maybe your intuition is talking to you. Maybe somebody's not being honest. There's just something here about the truth. Something here about the truth that's trying to come in. And I feel as though it's not coming in a traditional way that it would normally come in. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So we'll see what this Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot by Matt Hughes has to say about this. Well, we'll see where we're going with this. I am very, very intrigued. Very intrigued by this energy. What you got? All right. Underneath, we've got the Star card. We've got the Hermit. The Ace of Swords. There's that truth. There is that truth. And then we also have the Hierophant. I almost feel as though, and it's coming through this way, that you're kind of getting your wish here with this. With the Star card, with the Hermit, and the Ace of Swords. I feel as though you're getting your wish. I feel like you've got answers that are starting to come in. With the Hierophant, it can be about legal matters, maybe about another person. Because the Hierophant can also be about marriage proposals. So it could involve another person. But there's something with the Seeker, I'm telling you, it's almost like it's been pulling teeth. And I know this is gross, but that's what this is. It's teeth and fingernails. Oy vey. So it may have taken you a hot minute to get to this point. about getting those answers that you seek. We'll see what else we have here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. Okay. Justice. The Emperor. Could be dealing with the Divine Masculine, or it could be talking to a Divine Masculine. Eight of Wands. There's that communication coming in. Strength. The Empress. Now we have Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. You could very well be dealing with another person, and it could be talking to a Divine Feminine or a Divine Masculine. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So as I was saying, I feel as though this truth is starting to come in. It's got that... okay. It's got that energy of, you know how in those old movies, or like, oh, what is that? Sherlock Holmes. He doesn't look like he's doing much, right? He doesn't look like he's doing much, but yet all those wheels are spinning up here, and they're spinning very fast. And just when you think that he's lost or doesn't figure it out, he goes on this long tangent about, oh, well, this happened, and this happened, and I noticed this, and this happened, and this happened, and then this happened. And then I noticed, it makes me think of Enola Holmes, how he, in that movie, and I don't remember if it was the first one or second one, oh, it's the second one, I think. They're trying to find Enola's mom. And so the one brother is going through the room, and he's trying to find all of these secrets. And Sherlock Holmes is just kind of looking around. And then he picks up the mom's shoes and sees the ashes or the soot on the bottom of it. Then he walks over to the fireplace and he pulls the letters down. And he's like, how did you know that? And then towards the end, he explains how all of these pieces fit together. I feel as though that these answers are going to be coming in an untraditional way. Or it has to do with you being more of an observer than it does with you actually doing the work. And that's where I feel like it does connect with your intuition. So for those of you who are not meditating, I feel as though that may be a wonderful place for you to start. But notice how here, it doesn't look like the Nine of Pentacles, it doesn't look like they're doing much, right? Doesn't look like they're doing much of anything. They're just kind of sitting in their power. And I feel like when you sit in your power, that's when this truth starts to come in. The truth starts to come in, and then the sense of this energy starts to balance itself back out. You're like, oh, there's that light bulb, or there's that light bulb. And with all of these light bulbs coming into play, I do feel as though it does bring you into union. It does bring you into union with oneself, with one's thoughts and emotions, because it's got the physical, so the work that you're doing and the emotional side start to come together. And all of these light bulbs start to go off. I will take a look here, see that we're dealing with another person. But these messages start to come in. And I want you to know that it may take some strength on your part, strength and courage on your part to actually hear these messages. Because it may impact you on an emotional level. It very well may impact you on an emotional level. But when these things start to unfold, I do feel as though that there will be a divine time for all of this to come to light. So I am going to take a look at some of this here. First off, what is this what is this Eight of Wands here? We'll start there. I need that card. I believe that is the Three of Pentacles. It is. We got the Three of Pentacles here. Flew right out of my hand. So this truth may come from a variety of different places. From a variety of different opinions. We've got the Capricorn energy of the Devil. We've got the Seven of Wands. And then we also have the Eight of Swords. Like I said, I feel as though this energy may tie you up. Because the truth can be hard to hear. The truth can very well be hard to hear. And it may cause you to kind of shift some things around personally for you. What is that energy? It's got the energy of, you think something's one way, or Oh, how do I want to put this? I mean, I can use that example. So let's say you're talking with someone. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, and this is just the example that I'm using. I'm not saying that this is what's coming through, but what's coming through as it is. But let's say you're talking to somebody, right? And you think things are going well. We're gonna go back to high school. How's that? We're gonna go back to high school. You think things are going well. You've got wonderful feelings for this person, but this person hasn't quite been honest with their feelings, hasn't quite expressed those feelings yet. I feel as though that other side of that energy is going to come in, and you're going to be like, oh, well, they're going to tell me this, and everything's going to be hunky-dory. Well, then they come in and tell you that, maybe they don't have feelings for you like that. Like maybe you want to step forward with them, and they're like, I only view you as a friend. And so you have to reposition some things. Maybe you're trying to protect yourself. And that's why that Seven of Wands is there, maybe trying to move those boundaries around, being like, well, okay. Like, it's almost like trying to brush it off, even though it hurts. The truth can hurt. So this has got the energy of just kind of be careful with what you wish for, be careful with what you seek. Because the truth may not always be what you expect it to be. So what is the strength energy here? What is the strength energy here? And be careful not to back yourself up into a wall. Don't put your back up against a wall, because that's even more harder for you to get out of. Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Magician, Eight of Cups. Going back to that example of, maybe you've got feelings for somebody and this individual doesn't feel the same. You're going to have to balance out that energy. Maybe you've got a particular situation where you are searching for the truth, trying to do your best, but then that situation moves forward without you. And it happens. Sometimes that situation does move forward without you. So that's going to cause a change within you. And I feel like that change is going to, it's supposed to happen, Eight of Cups, because there's something here with the Eight of Cups. It's part of your journey, but he's worked very hard for that Eight of Cups. Very hard for that Eight of Cups. And so the next one is that Nine of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment. That's that emotional fulfillment, but it's also got that energy of completion. And I feel as though whatever is happening in this situation, it's not quite come to completion yet. I just feel as though that there's more here than just the truth. And don't get me wrong, the truth is definitely going to kind of shake things up here. But I do feel as though that there's more to come only with this Wheel of Fortune. So why is the Emperor and the Empress here before I look at this Wheel of Fortune? Why is this energy here? Thank you. Ace of Wands. It's to inspire you. And I almost feel as though it's supposed to bring about, King of Wands. It's supposed to bring about a sense of balance for you. Three of Wands, Two of Swords. Don't get me wrong. It is going to put you... Thank you. It is going to put you in a place where you don't know what comes next, because, maybe you're rooting for this energy, rooting for this energy to come together, but it's not meant to come together, because there's something else here for you, even though I don't think you see it. I don't think you see it, because now it almost feels like it's too far away. It does feel like it's almost too far away. So what do we have with this Wheel of Fortune here? What you got? Six of Wands, Five of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Wands. And it's almost got the energy like you dodged a bullet. It does. It's got that energy like you dodged a bullet. I don't feel like whatever energy you're dealing with has been entirely truthful with you to begin with. Whether this is another person, whether this is a situation, whether it's a family member, job, friend, whatever. I feel like there's more here that meets the eye. And that's why, again, it's kind of been like pulling teeth. Going back to this. That's why I feel like it's kind of been like pulling teeth. And yeah, I don't like this. I do feel as though you kind of dodged a bullet with this energy. Because if they were forthcoming with you to begin with, not saying that they won't be forthcoming with you, but what else won't they be forthcoming with? So it's got that energy to it. I do feel as though you dodged a bullet. And this is meant to bring you into union more with yourself than it is with another person at this time. So let's get some sassy advice cards for you. Get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. Which tells me as a tarot reader that you need to get out of this space that you're in. Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. And again, I feel like you've dodged a bullet. They broke your heart. Fuck them. Not literally, of course, but you know what I mean. Let them go. Let them go. And this one says, you are giving away your power. You are badass. Act like it. Yeah. This is more of a stepping back into yourself, pile 2. I feel like this has got that energy of, be careful what you wish for. The truth isn't always a good thing. And that you really need to get back in touch with yourself. Because I feel like you dodged a bullet with this. I do. I definitely feel like you dodged a bullet with this. And you may not see it right this moment, but you will. But you will. Jeebus. So yeah, I feel like the truth is coming out here with pile 2. Rive. Zodiac signs that I see before I let you go, pile 2. We have got Aquarius, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, Aries, Libra, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It's quite a bit. One more time just to make sure I'm not missing anybody here. We've got Aquarius, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, more Virgo, Leo, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Taurus, and then Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So this is what I have for you guys. I really, really hope this helped. And like I said, just keep in mind, if you've been searching for the truth and it's kind of been evading you, or it's kind of been like pulling teeth, it's not really a good thing. So just be careful. Be careful, protect your energy, protect you, and move forward with grace and gratitude. It's going to be okay, but I do feel as though you dodged a bullet here. So this is what I have for you, pile 2. Thank you very much for joining me, and now we're going to move on. And hello, pile 3. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. So your rune, and I butchered these names. I definitely need to work on the pronunciation. Laguz? Laguz. Water, power of renewal, dreams, and fantasies. And see if I can get that to come through here. These have been kind of hard to see. It doesn't help that they're inscribed in gold. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see that. It goes up. It looks like an upside down L. You can kind of see that. Anyway. Water, power of renewal, dreams, and fantasies. Kind of got your head in the clouds there? Kind of got your head in the clouds. I don't know why I'm shuffling these. I mean, I know why I'm shuffling these, but let's not start with those. What do we have here? We've got boundaries. Boundaries. What are you? Get curious. Yeah, your head is off kind of in la la land, isn't it? Ooh, give me this one. This one's kind of tucked away. What are ya? Compassion. Okay. So I feel as though that you may be putting down boundaries, maybe with yourself. Maybe with yourself, can be with others, but it feels like it's more aimed with you here, especially with the boundaries and get curious. It's okay to daydream. It is definitely okay to daydream. I mean, half the time I'm off in La La Land in my own little bubble, as I call it. But at the same time, there comes a limitation where those daydreams become fantasies. And it makes me think of manifestation. Manifestation is coming to my mind, where when we want to manifest something, when we want to bring something in, it's okay to kind of branch off, because that's what manifestation is. It's kind of a thought process of bringing something into to you that you don't have. So it is kind of got that daydreaming energy to it. But if you get too far out into that daydream, it becomes a problem. Because then the universe is like, okay, these are unrealistic expectations that you set for us. And it's not that the universe doesn't want to bring those things in, but you have to treat them like stepping stones. You have to be able to step to one stone, and then step to another stone, then step to another stone. They have to be obtainable. So we'll see what the ASL Tarot has. This is Pile 3, ASL Tarot by Dylan P. He did a wonderful job. With these cards. I love these cards. I make the joke that these are the quietest cards I have, but they're also the loudest cards I have. Because when people use sign language, they use their hands. But yet they still have a conversation. So I love these cards. These are so wonderful. So let's see where we're going with this. Let's see what wants to come through. Maybe you have an overabundance of the imagination here, but we'll see where we're going with this. All right, underneath, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm going to lay this out. 2 of Swords, Empress, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Magician, the Libra energy of Justice, the 4 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. So I do feel as though right now it does go back to that overabundance of imagination, which is, of course, never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to be off in a daydream. But if you stay there too long, it makes this world kind of hard to deal with, okay? And this can go for relationships. It can go for money. Like, it can go for a variety of different expectations. But right now, I feel as though you're in the cold. And that's kind of why you're off in this daydream. Because you're trying to be like, you know, Olivier. I really don't want to use that example. I really don't want to use this example, but if we're going to use this example anyway. It makes me think of Scrooge. Okay? Scrooge is a tight ass. Okay? Even though he doesn't have to be a tight ass, he's a tight ass. And that the orphans that he deals with, okay, Tiny Tim and the orphan at the end, where he's like, go get that turkey. Go get that turkey. But without him going through the stepping stones to change, you know, goes to Christmas past, present, future, without going through those stepping stones and getting to the end and essentially seeing his own death, that change never would have happened. And so it does kind of have that energy of taking through those stepping stones, but it's also got fate interfering. It's got divine timing to it. So right now, I do feel as though you are kind of sitting in this, well, this is where I feel I should be, this is where I want to be, and you're trying to get to that point here. And don't get me wrong. With what you're asking, it may not be too much, but you may be thinking a tad bit too big. And you may have to shrink that down into smaller goals in order to be able to get there, because you got the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. We didn't go from the Four of Cups to the Nine of Cups. We went from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. It goes in a traditional order like those stepping stones should. But the Ten of Wands here, I do want to look at this Ten of Wands because that shows up right here. Shows up right here where you are right now. Thank you. Queen of Cups. Put that here. Queen of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. I feel like the universe is trying to get you to change, trying to get you to choose a different choice. I will walk away with that the Scorpio energy of judgment here. But it's trying to get you to take it one step at a time. Not saying, again, that your dreams are not obtainable. But it's like, let's say you want to go to Harvard, or let's say you want to go to Yale, right? One of the prestigious colleges, right? You have to be willing to put forth the time, the effort, and really manage those grades, really take the steps, and really put yourself out there in order to be able to meet the qualifications of these high-end schools. And you can't, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen, but you can't be a flat D student and expect to go to Yale or expect to go to Harvard. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but there needs to be some sort of extra work put into it. And I feel like that's kind of what you're learning here. It's not, it's interesting here, because you were dealing with the Empress, and the Empress is about that emotion, but then we also have the Queen of Cups here. So it's taking that emotion, that big emotion, and bringing it down to a slightly smaller scale. And that's what I feel like is trying to be conveyed to you, is you need to take the baby steps, you need to take the stepping stones in order to get to where you want to be. And if we're talking about relationships here, you can't, and nowhere does this say that it's about relationships, but if we're talking about relationships, wanting to be with somebody, you go from strangers to friends. And then from friends, you get to know one another. And then from there, you start to develop feelings. And then from feelings, you end up in a relationship. Like, there's a by-the-book process with manifestation. And again, I know that sometimes that's hard to hear, especially when it comes to the daydream. But again, when you get so lost in a daydream, it makes this world hard to deal with. And that's why I feel like the universe is trying to pull that back for you. It's trying to pull it back, trying to pull you back to be able to heal with this energy. Justice and the Four of Swords. So you need to go through this change. You need to understand that there is a flaw in the system somewhere. And you have to put down boundaries. You have to be putting down those boundaries for yourself and really being like, okay, this is what I'm working with now. How do I handle this to be able to move on to the next stepping stone? And then how do I handle that to be able to move on to the next stepping stone? Yes, it's a process. It is a process. But that process is what meets the requirements for the manifestation. When it comes to manifestation, you can't be like, oh, I want $1 million, and then sit on your ass all day. That doesn't work. You have to be willing to put forth the time, the effort, and the energy. So what is this Four of Swords here? What is this Four of Swords? Two of Cups, there's more of that give and take. Temperance, balancing out that energy. Five of Cups to the Seven of Cups. You also have to have realistic expectations and understand that sometimes some things are out of your reach. And I know that's weird coming from somebody who's all light and shiny and loves to tell you guys that, you know, you can do something. You're right. I tell you guys that your dreams are achievable and you guys are worthy of good things, but it's not outside of the parameters of you. It's always within the parameters of you. So really watch that manifestation. Really watch what it is that you're dreaming about or trying to manifest. Because the other side, again, of this rune is power of renewal. You may have to start again. You may have to start again. Because if you don't, I feel as though if you keep pushing this cart forward, it's going to end up in some conflict. And I am going to look at this Five of Wands here. What is this conflict? Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Devil energy. You may have to be faced with the hard reality. You may have to be faced with the hard reality. When I pulled this Page of Cups, I immediately saw the fish. The fish is out of water. You may feel like a fish out of water. So don't overextend yourself when it comes to these types of things. And again, if you've got these big dreams, break them down into smaller dreams, smaller stepping stones, and be able to see that course forward. I'm not trying to shit on anybody's dreams. All I'm saying is break it down. Break it down. Okay? Okay. All right. Zodiac signs that I see before I pull these wonderful sassy advice cards. We've got Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Virgo, and Gemini. Libra, Capricorn, and Sag. One more time just to make sure I did not miss anybody. We've got Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, and Sag. That is what I see. So what we got here, what are we working with for the sassy cards? Make better fucking choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Take a fucking trip. Go see some shit, do new things, talk to people cooler than you. It may take some time in order to step out of that comfort zone of yours. That's why I'm saying that you need to break it down. You need to see things from a smaller perception, which is usually not something I say, but hey, that happens. Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. And it's dark, you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass. Pronto. Get your head out of the clouds. Get your head out of the clouds. Again, I know that it's odd coming from somebody like me. And I'm not saying, again, that your dreams are not obtainable. I would never tell people that, but make sure that they are realistic dreams. Okay? All right. This is what I have for you, Pile 3. I really, really hope this helped. But this is what I have. So break it down. Break it down. No, can't touch this. I don't know why that's going through my brain, but there it is. You are untouchable, and the universe does have your back. Okay? But ground the daydreams. Okay? Okay. All right, Pile 3. This is what I have for you. We're now moving on. All right, Pile 4. You're up. Hopefully you are doing well. Let's see what rune we have here. And I butcher these names, so don't come after me. We have Manaz. Mankind, the self, friends, enemies, and social order. Almost makes me think of community. Almost makes me think of community and the people around you. Let me see if I can get this here. Ooh, maybe I can. There you are. There you go. It's an M. So maybe you're dealing with community, the people around you. Let's see what we have here. This one's talking to me. The Explorer. This one was also talking to me. The Underworld. Okay, and you know what? We'll pull... Ooh, hello. We got two here. Release and Surrender. Okay. Maybe you are dealing with more than one person, or maybe you are just dealing with yourself. But there is something here about being able to explore the possibilities. What you see and what you feel, while also with that shadow work. There are some things here that do need to be released. Released and surrender. We're going to take this a step further. I'm going to need the cards for some of this, because the release and surrender, you know, as you explore, as you go through the shadow work, as you see and feel throughout your life, you know, and again, I use this example all the time. I'd fight me from 5 years ago because he was not the brightest. And I'm not saying that I'm better than he is. I mean, I am better than he is because I've had different experiences. I've had more experiences. So it's kind of got that energy of experience. of experience. And, maybe with the experiences that you were dealing with, you may be releasing some old expectations or some old way of doing things. With the surrender, you may be surrendering to the journey. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through. I'm going to give these one more good shuffle because that did not do what I wanted it to do. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Hopefully it'll get that hiccup out of there. Usually when there's a hiccup, that tells me that they're not quite ready. Much better. All right. Let's see where we're going, pile 4. Let's see what these beautiful cards have for you. You chose the Wisdom of the, not Wisdom of the Oracle. Wow. The Souls on Fire Tarot by Mary Jo Cranmore and Juliet Gilden. All right. Underneath, we've got the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Devil Energy, and the Tower. Oof. Oof. Okay. Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Here, I'll show you these. Knight of Wands, Chariot, and the Page of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Okay. Okay. Ace of Wands, the Empress, that's Divine Feminine, and the Two of Swords. Okay. Okay. There was bound to be one. There was bound to be one. Pile 4, I feel as though that you are dealing with another. It does feel like this is more of a relationship reading. I'm just going to tell you right off the jump. So if this is not your reading, then I do apologize. But there's something here about relationships. And something here about them kind of falling apart. With the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Devil Energy, and the Tower Energy. Now, it may not be intentional. It may not be intentional. There may be a fear around it falling apart. We'll take a closer look here in just a minute. And that's probably why the shadow work comes in with the underworld. Because I see the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So you may be having to learn new things in order to release that baggage. What is this Knight of Wands? What is that message coming in here? Justice. High Priestess. The Star card. Holy crap, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. You may be having to release the old baggage of the old way of doing things. Like I told you, I'd fight me from 5 years ago because he didn't have the experiences that I have now. And 5 years from now, I know that version of me is going to want to fight me because he's got other experiences that I don't have. It's okay to learn from these experiences. It's okay to learn the lessons and to take away from those lessons. But what's not okay is pulling that baggage along with you. The example that I used, which is interesting that this example, even though it's a different sort of example, I use Scrooge in pile 3, okay? So in pile 4, the Scrooge movie with Tim Carey? So he's got all of these chains. It was the Ghost of Christmas Past? Ghost of Christmas Past. He's got all of these chains on him. That's the baggage of his life, right? And those chains kind of drag you down. And in this particular instance, it affected him in the other world. But if he would have released those chains, if he would have to release that baggage, he wouldn't have been weighed down so much when he passed on. And that's what I feel like is kind of what you're learning here with this Page of Pentacles, or at least that's what you're trying to learn. That's what the universe is trying to bring in here, is you releasing the baggage, having different experiences. Yeah. The Hierophant, Hanged Man, Temperance, Jesus, with the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Notice how he's carrying around this baggage. He's carrying around these swords, even though he's leaving 2 swords behind. You got to put the swords down. You have to put the baggage down. And that's where I feel like this Nine of Swords comes in, this shadow work, because you may be standing at the precipice of something really wonderful. Ten of Pentacles. So what's being asked of you is you need to heal. You need to heal this energy. What is this Nine of Swords? What has got you so stressed out? Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. Maybe that this person is moving on, or maybe that this person will move on, because that's what happened in the past. It's keeping you up at night. Even though you view this energy, this individual, as somebody who you do want to spend the rest of your life with. Have they given you any indication that they want to move on? Usually there are signs. Some sort of precursors that are like, this is not working. Or they're spending so much time with so-and-so and not spending enough time with you. There's usually some sort of sign. But I feel like there isn't a sign here. Because we have the Emperor and the Empress. So I could be talking to a divine feminine who's dealing with a relationship that's very triggering. Two of Pentacles. I'm going to walk away with that Two of Pentacles. So what is this healing? What is this healing that needs done? King of Wands. Virgo energy with the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Exactly what I just said. You are worthy of this relationship. You are worthy of this connection. Two of Cups, Magician, Eight of Cups. This is supposed to be in your life. But I feel as though that if you get too wound up in what's going on up here, you may end up ruining things. Not that this individual may not be like, hey, like you're too trapped in your brain. I have every faith in this other individual that they're going to be able to bring forth that clarity for you. But I feel like right now, because this is the outcome. The outcome is the Two of Swords. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to feel. I don't know. Have you tried asking? Or even just tried releasing that energy and surrendering to this journey? I know it's hard, especially when it comes to relationships. It's hard to be able to break free of that old baggage and be like, I'm going to trust this person, especially when all of these other people have shown us that we can't trust them, or if you've been cheated on or lied to. Yes, those expectations suck. But if this person hasn't done any of that, why are you holding them accountable for what has happened? I know, it's the human condition, it's the human experience. But you have to give people a chance. A chance to either prove you right or prove you wrong. But I do see here the Ace of Wands. I do see an inspired new beginning. Give me one for the Ace of Wands. Ten of Swords. Absolutely. I feel like this person is going to help you move beyond that energy. And I feel like you need to communicate with them that this is what you're dealing with. And if they're like, whoa, like, oh no, then they're not the person for you. But if they're like, you know what? I understand your fears, I understand your concerns, but I'm not going to do that to you for this reason and this reason and this reason and all of these other reasons that they are going to explain to you. It's okay. And it's okay to be afraid. It is. True love can be very triggering for people. I know that from experience. It's okay to be triggered. But when these triggers appear, you have to work on those triggers. Two of Swords for me, please, before we move forward with the advice cards. Queen of Pentacles. You have to, Six of Wands, you have to remember that you are worth it. You are worth this connection. Stop tying yourself up in these situations. Stop it. This is a new situation. This is a new person. Stop holding them to an expectation. It's like going from Burger King to McDonald's. Hell, I'll even take it one step further. What's another place that sells burgers? You're going from McDonald's to a high-end restaurant. Are you going to hold the high-end restaurant to the expectation of McDonald's? No, you're not. And it's kind of what you're doing. It's time to release those expectations. Walk into the new restaurant. Walk into this new chapter. Walk into this new relationship and have an open mind. I think that's where you'll find some of this joy and you release some of that tension. Zodiac signs that I see for you guys before we pull the sassy cards. Do we have sets here? I know we have the Emperor and the Empress. We do not. Not that I can see. So we do have the Emperor and the Empress, which is Aries and Libra Taurus. We've got Gemini, Capricorn, Libra, Sag, Aquarius, more Sag, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini. Quite a bit. One more time just to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Gemini, Capricorn, Aries, more Aries, Libra, Sag, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer. That's the one I'm missing. Cancer, Libra, Taurus. We got Pisces here, Virgo, and Gemini. That is what I see. That is who I see. So you could be dealing with one of those signs. You could be one of those signs. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaking, lying bastards. Stop obsessing. You are not the center of the fucking universe. I like to beg to differ. You are the center of your universe. Okay? Don't forget that. But stop obsessing over this crappy energy. It says, ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. You may need to go see a therapist. And this one says love. Get some, give some. It'll cheer your ass up. Wow. Wow. So, pile 4. This is what I have for you. I really, really hope this helped. And remember, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Release the expectation. Release the old expectations. You're not going to go to a high-end restaurant with the expectation of McDonald's. But that's what you're doing. So, this is what I have for you guys. I really, really hope this helped. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you all again later. Bye, guys.